ilagin mo yung Io instead.
Hi, Gaia.
Game na, let's go to Gemini.
Okay, people. It's time to head out.
I'll get everyone together.
Sino si Gemini? Yung isang cool, yung... Basta... Isang source of power ni Gaia. Look, boboy, lahat naka-rifle. Si Beta di marunong. Parang ending na to ah. Ito mukha eh. Ang paluti.
All right, connections in place. Booting up.
Beta, Aloy. I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the Cauldron network.
It's good to hear your voice. Errand, everyone. Fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right? In position at my cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position, and mine is too. Mine as well.
Okay, radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off. Gaia, let's cage the beast.
Connecting to the Cauldron network now.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Critical threat detected. Escape containment. Applying countermeasures.
Lock it down!
Terminating external connections.
It's working. It's got nowhere to go.
Ano yan? Ano nga rapid yun? Ano ba rapid yun ang sinigil Pestus? Hindi pa.
Wait, what's that?
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
Paano si Gaia? Bobo.
It's cracked.
Look!
Engaging autonomous defenses. Directive neutralize.
That means machines are on their way. Get ready.
Here they come.
Tain ang yan.
Varl, stay here. Protect Beta.
Got it.
Be careful.
Pushing niya. Wala ko ba ako sa... Oo, masyado malayo eh. Wala ko nga bawas ba ako? Tanggal na nga yung weapon niya. Pwede lang. Saan ang malaban? Ano yun? Ay, gago, may bimot. Ah!
Get a hand over here. Take these things. Draw it away from Beta.
Ano yun? Chill. Chill.
Stay back.
Putang ina mo. Good.
Gagawin ko na yung sa akin ng gold. Tapos kung sa bahay, ito ako pinapalitan natin. Ano yung gawin pizza? Ano yung ba't kulay ice siya?
Pinriz ko yung machine.
Stay back.
Patay na, patay na.
Madali talaga patayin yung machine pag naka-preheat.
Ba't ano ka daw, break? Ang tawag doon? Wala ka daw stamina?
Oh, weapon stamina. Hindi ko magawa yung double strike.
Aloy, get a hand over here. Right away from Beta.
That's all of them for now. You two okay?
Still breathing.
Aloy, Hephaestus can't escape, but it must have fled. Deeper into the facility. I'll drive it back here. I'll get the cracked core fixed in the meantime. Keep her safe.
On my life.
Best friend mo ba si Barry?
Oo. Nora siya eh. Isa rin siyang Nora. Katulad ni Aloy. Ano bang pronunciation? Hephaestus.
Hephaestus.
Hephaestus. Hephaestus.
Ang daming silent.
I'm gonna chase after Hephaestus. Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the
Hindi ko alam
core.
kung bakit ko alam yung pronunciation ng Hephaestus.
Mabait ba siya?
Hephaestus?
Sa Greek.
Lahat naman ng Greek mythology na gods gago. Ano siya? Siya yung... Ano siya gawin niya?
Ano? Ano? Ano?
Aloy, I'm patched into your focus feet. You should know there is a huge power draw coming from the next chamber.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there. It's some kind of production chamber. Festus is up to something, all right?
What kind of machine is it trying to build?
I don't know.
Uy, bagong
But I'm gonna
machine.
shut it down. Get those
Dragon
other
yun,
cameras
no?
moving to where it's
Hindi
getting
ko alam
materials
kung
from.
ano to.
I bet that's where Festus is hiding too.
Follow the conveyors.
I gotta find where Festus is hiding. Looks like there are a couple of places I could go. Well, that doesn't sound good.
Aloy, I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate another, there's no way I can fix it.
Okay, let me think. What if you bypass the processor? Connect it to...
The power node. I think that could work.
I think it could. I might be able to catch a ride on the rail. Go over the shield. Okay. How to drive Hephaestus out of here.
There should be a node near the central platform.
First, I should deal with these machines first. Shotgun a little too much.
Ay. Wait lang, basahin mo muna to. Pause mo muna. Wala kang damage sa machine.
Yung spear hindi siya masyadong maganda for machines.
Hindi ka na dagdagan ko dito.
Oh, stun ako.
Ano yan yung base count? Ano yung bilis niya?
Hindi ko alam.
Ano yun? Ba't sumagot?
Pin-override ko yung parang over poison eh. Poison ring kasi siya.
Nalalasin ko naman siya. Ay, corrosion
Para,
na pala.
nakokorog sila.
Hindi, ba't kailangan yun?
Secondary defenses.
Oh, that defense looks like mga palag-palag.
Oh, great. The machine's on the way. Beta! Hephaestus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
So,
Ano yan? Pick up? Pakatis?
hindi ko alam dyan, parang garapata na yun.
Baka hindi mo pinaparin mo. Nasunog ko lang ako eh. Subog, tanga. Ang kaya ko lang doon, may HP wire ng monsters.
Pwede mo naman tanggalin. Eh, okay lang. HP wear lang naman yun.
Ba kailangan mo yan? Ba't mo pinapatay?
Ang gago.
Uy, may ano, Raptor. Ang tawag dyan? Ghost Rider. Gawin mo naman mga snipe para hindi.
Uy.
I can keep going.
Ayaw mo.
Ba't ako maglulot sa gitna ng laban?
Hindi ko isang bottle. Ito ba ulit?
Oo.
Got them all.
I tapped into the core's network hub. I managed to disrupt Festus' control of the node. You should be able to override it now.
Nice. Thanks.
Sounds like it fled to another chamber.
Well, I better not get comfortable. Great. Festus covered the floors right now. I gotta find a way over it.
Aloy, more machines keep coming. Please tell me you're getting close.
I'm working on it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side, too.
I guess Aaron's missing out.
Anyway, I'm making progress on the bypass, but I need something to hold the cycling module together.
Maybe a ligament from one of the machine carcasses?
Right? Or some luminous braiding.
And you could reinforce it with a conversion cylinder.
For increased connectivity. I think we can do this, Aloy.
In your house, alone to be.
Just right. I need to drive Festus out of here.
There should be another node to override.
Got it. Place distorted.
God.
Hindi pa yun, boss.
Hindi pa. Bob.
again?
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I'll try to get your access back.
Dalawa lang. Meron pang isa. Wala. Paano lalaban to? Hindi naman nakakaakyat to.
This weapon. I could use it.
Node access restored. Now you can override it.
Good work.
You did that.
On the way na daw, Jay.
Okay. Festus is running out of places to hide.
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Here too. Everything's glowing.
The machine that Festus was building. It must have finished it.
It's powerful. I'm almost done with the core repairs. Should we come to you? Maybe I can distract the machine.
No. Just stay where you are, okay? No machine.
Be safe.
Deploying priority.
Wala, pumunta bangis.
Things that I can take out its tail. Stop
Ito
some of
na
its
yung
attacks.
ano.
Yung malaki?
Oo. Teka lang, may chain react. Chill.
Finish charging.
I think hindi pa niya ako pinta. Ako? Uy!
It's gonna explode any second.
Parang stronger version lang siya nung ano, yung Slaughter Spine.
Oh, gago. Ano yun? Pakitingnan mo ha. Stronger version ng Slaughter. Pangina yung parang subig ng ano yun. Ba't ang lambot? Masyadong malakas ka lang.
Hindi siya malambot.
Relax naman.
Tsaka sinimulan ko na siya kanina eh. May natanggal na akong part, di pa nagsisimula yung laban.
Ah, binabaril mo?
Hindi, sinurprise attack ko siya.
Charging up again.
Kaya wala na siyang buntot halos eh. Sira na. Ayun. GG na siguro to.
Hindi ko may face ko yan.
GG na to. Wala na siyang HP.
Di ba pwedeng balin mo na nakapalan? Sobrang naman.
Pag, ayan o, nakikita mo yung mga 17. Yun. Ibig sabihin natatamaan ko yung mga armor plate niya.
What?
Oh. I-frame, buddy.
You did it! There should be one more note to override.
Good.
Should be what?
Stand by.
One more
Sending
note.
Hephaestus back to you.
Easy. Easy ang puta. IG nandyan na.
Sa labas?
Oo. Sabihin mo Joseph Fuli. Ikaw si Joseph Fuli.
No more hiding, Hephaestus.
Got it! Hephaestus is back in the core!
Just make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
And then we can start the merge.
Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along. And you, Vol. We couldn't have done any of this without you.
Right back at you, Aloy.
Aloy, the bypass is done. The core is stable. Festus is 100% contained. Now we better get started with the merge. It's all set. Gaia, establish the link, please.
Done.
To complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus' malicious code carefully.
Laglag yung piso ko. Kakainit pa. Anong ginagawa niya? Ni Alan? Yun na yun? Yun na yung boss fight?
Ano nila yung... Nagmukha bang madali?
Oo.
Kasalanan ko ba kung malakas sa Aloy ko? Wala pre, ganun talaga pag precise ka tumira. Tanggal-tanggal talaga yung armor ng kalaban.
Kailangan ko bitin yung tubig. Hindi na muna ako kakain sa labas. Ano yung pizza plate?
Aloy, look.
Mabait ba talaga si Beta?
Oo.
Dapat ano siya sa mga ugali niya?
Uy, gago, parang feeling ko pwede mo nang gawing ride yung lumilipad na fucker. pinangaba eh. Ay. Wala yung mga alien.
Well, hello, redundant copy. You cost us quite a lot of time.
Ano yun?
Total. Aloy has been slain.
Get Beta. And squash that bug while you're at it.
Eric.
Si Eric. Balik ko isa.
Hindi naman po.
Ano yun?
Wala, bobo.
Oy, quality.
Get behind me.
Ay, yung water play.
Yung nasa picture.
Bakit?
Come on! Quit screwing around.
Wala, patay yata si Bart.
Fun, right?
Patay nga si Bart.
Wala yan, saksak ka lang. Nangyari kayo?
Hindi, alam niya na hindi niya kayang i-bypass yung guards,
Zelda,
yung
get
armor
Gaia
na
and Hephaestus ready for
Meron
transport.
kasing parang technology na hindi niya alam.
Zelda!
I failed.
Hush. All is not
Sino to?
lost.
Puta, merong ano, merong ano to?
Inap ng gaya.
Merong white lady.
Tangayin yung kasama nilang isa eh.
Hindi,
Kasama nila yung
taga ibang planeta din yan.
Kaya nga, tatlo nga sila.
Pero, ano siya, tumiwalag siya doon sa mga kasamahan niya.
All is not lost. You shall suck the
Ang
PP.
ganda nung cinematics, oh.
You shall suck the PP of Aloy. Eh,
Patay na si Bart.
patay na si Bart.
Saksak sa ano, sa key.
Sa petlo. Yung unahan nakita pa rin, hindi mo na-explain sa akin. Pangina, hindi mo na naman ininom yung tangko. Tangina mo.
Bawas na yan ng isa.
Ano mo? Ano to, pre?
Halin.
Ah, you're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain.
Tilda
I can assure you that
Vandermeer.
we are safe.
Puro tayo ng
The others
pangalan
can't
niyan.
detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Ano to, pre? Ba't ang liit mo isa?
Okay.
In the meantime, I will make breakfast. Ano? Bakit magkakalit yung isa? In the meantime, I will fuck your mom. Funny. Grabe, sarap mo to.
Dalawa na. We shall eat a piece of the guys. It is Remat's finish. Feel ko ano to, pizza sauce.
Itong plato. Parang tomato.
Pizza sauce na.
Tomato sauce.
Some vegetable that I don't know. Spices. First good. Oh.
Just for ano, yung pusa. Hindi sa news.
Yung kailangan, pinagpil ka mga kapil.
Hindi ako mag-linis masyado. So, yung pwede ko. Ha? Yung pwede ko. Diba?
Doon. Kapag pumili ng order, in order ko na.
Sabi pag bago luto, no? Sa tayo. Hindi yung no. So, bago. Ayaw mo plate lang. Meron pa sa shirt.
Ano? Namin mo. Oo na kaso. Magkano yung cocktail ka ang
Yung 750 ml. 20. Or 25.
Pero no?
Meron ako dyan, RC.
Hindi na. Ha? Sa'yo yun eh. Doble mo.
Kung ako nga binibili yun eh, para may ganun eh.
Oo, inumin.
Gusto mo ganun.
Sa'yo naman.
Ayaw mo nun kasi gusto mo coffee.
Tama. Wala akong pinipilit ng soft drinks sa pag-trip ko.
Pabili yun na, pwede ko na.
Wala. Good nga ka na. Kahit katulad akong bumili ng sa kabilang sa ito. Ay muna, may ang drinks na yan. Kung bumili akong ganito, kumukuha akong tissue crush, gusto yung mami mo. Yung crush lang. Yung crush lang. Ay oo, tissue crush po. Breakfast mo ba ito? Balik mo.
Doon lang kami sa umaga. Ganda na itong game na to. Alright.
Ganun yung nasa.
Ang banaw ng machine na. Kasi nung mag-pack siya, tapos naka-crouch ako, nakatago ako doon sa bato. So, initially, alam ng machine na nandun ako. Tapos nawala ako sa line of sight niya. Kasi nagbabuff-buff na ako. Tapos pagtila, boom!
1,000.
Tanggal na din yung machine part. Nagiging ano sila, nagiging useless sila kung diba tanggal yung weapon nila. Ginagawa na lang nila yung mga normal na tail swipe, mga body flash, tackles.
Ibabungan nyo mo ganun. Nandun ko lang.
Pag gano'n na lang nagagawa nila, madali yun. Madaling
Hindi siya katulad sa Monster Hunter na ano.
Ganun talaga yung...
Ganda yung talaga. Ang hirap palabanin ng ano, Rathalos Rathian, iba kasi moveset, lumilipad.
Mayroon kang malalarong quest doon. Ang pangalan niya, or nag-option ng quest niya, which is kailangan mo gawin. Pangalan, ang title niya, King and Queen of the Stars.
Ako yung dalawa.
Paglaban mo Rathian tsaka Rathalos na magkakampi.
Yun nga, nag-adventure ako. Putang na hindi ko alam yung Rathalos na kasama pala ng Rathian. Sinamon niya talaga, putang ina. Andyan na Douglas, tapos yun na yun naman. Nag-rush siya, putang ina, sabi ko. Ba't yung cinematic? Putang ina, lumabas yung Rathian sila. Tapos dalawa sila. Alam mo, feeling ko nanalo lang ako dun sa Rathalos kasi nakuha ko yung isang Bone Strider. Ang daming traps kasi na sineset. So, yung mga Gremlin cat. Kinuha ko kasi siya. So ayun, hindi ko tinantanan yung ano, hindi ko tinantanan yung Rathalos agad na mapatay ko. Nahirapan na ako yung doon sa dulo, yung low health na talaga siya. Kasi kada bangon niya, meron siyang move na dive, one shot lang tayo. Eh yung stamina ko ganito na lang. May isang ganun naman nagagawa ko, tangina. Patay gago. Ang cool nga nun, kasi nag-start kami ng battle, di ba, dun sa taas. Yung dun sa may waterfall. Eh, di ba destroyable yan sa simula? Ayun, putang ina, nandun ako sa tapat ng waterfall, nag-dodge ako sa gilid.
Dragon Nest.
Oo, nagulat ako, sabi ko, uy, nag-animation, biglang nasira. Bala siya sa impyerno eh, tangin, sinundan ko eh.
Pwede mo yung jumping attack yun.
Oo, jumping attack ko. Yung pinagbubukbuk ko. Yung rat yan din, mamamatay na. Ang problema lang kasi, by the time na napatay ko na yung Rathalos, yung rat yan, parang sobrang konti na lang ng time niya, so tumakas.
Paano yung mga tao sa Monster Hunter Immortal, walang full damage. No?
Tama naman. Kasi, part of the game. Kung may full damage yun, sobrang hirap ng game. Especially sa mga insect gliders. Kayo, lumilipad kayo ng ganyan. Na yung pinagpapatay ko, mas maganda talaga yung ano, sa mga blast type na weapons. Mas maganda talaga yung multiple hits. Putang ina, nag-long sword ako. Tawang-tawa ako sa Angelat eh.
Magpabilis sila mag-build up.
Kinukot ko pa. Kasi pa dito, hindi ko pa alam gawin yung ano, yung multiple hits. Hindi ko alam gawin yun eh. Ang ginagawa ko lang yung pagkatapos ng combo, nag-instant shit. Yun, nagagawa ko yung instant shit. Longer. Instant shit ng long sword. Yun lang yung alam ko gawin. Hindi ko alam gawin yung... Ayaw mo na? GBF tayo. Kahit one na lang, one round. One full round pala. Pero tama na naman yung boss, panginang yan. Naguri naman nun. Yun. Ang pangit eh, kami na. Lumingan ako full HP.
Okay na.
Lumingan ako full HP. Pagkabalik ko, putang ina ka, Fred. Kaya ka ba? Ayun, okay natin yung lahat. Ano nito? Kaya nga binili. Ano nito?
Both shots. Yay!
Kaya pala mas malaki siya dahil dito.
First time ko makakakain yun. Parang niniwala ako, system ko kumain.
Kumain tayo dati nito.
Yung cheesy pa. First time ko talaga.
Yung birthday ko ito nga. Yung birthday ko. Di ba pininom pa nga kita nun?
Siguro itong beses.
Pero I mean, tama nga, first time natin kumain na yung Thailand. Ang sad ng birthday ko na yun. Ang daming handa. Putang ina, Lord, si Alicia na sila. Ginawa pang inuman ni Daddy. Daya din yun.
Ayos to.
Diba?
Kumusta dad mo?
Okay. Tao pa rin. Wow.
Parang kumusta sila ng asawa mo?
Nakakita niyo. Kita ano? Kita
Ay,
Guy?
pwede ng girlfriend na sa Italy?
Kita Guy? Sa Italy.
Ba ano?
Yung parang ba?
O ganun talaga?
Tamang issue. Ang sarap ng pagkasunog niya, loko.
Sarap po tayo nito.
Bago mo. Sabi tayo, putang yun.
Actually, 25 na.
Tangin na kasi nakakatamad kumubat.
Doon lang daw ka.
Kaya nga ini-excite ko, diba? Na tinatamad ako lumabas kahit nasa price lang. Wala. Nakaupas ng kain.
It's either yan, 14 plus. Pero talaga ng normal first.
Okay lang. Iba na sa pizza. Yung thin crust gusto ko kung flavorful yung flavor. Yung toppings. Pero kung burger yan, cheesy burger din yun, gusto ko magtawag.
Parang kanina. Kasi bago umabot ng puno ako muna. Ano ba? Nagawa ako.
Ano nangyari? Tanggal yung buong ano.
Hindi ko pa pala mahugasan yung bag ko.
Parang pa RC. Mag-gan.
Yes, soft drinks in bowl.
Kami na, marvelous! Alam mo, nung titignan natin, simula bukas, ang dami pala niyang achievements. No time na tayo talaga, di ba? Duterte tayo pa rin.
I didn't vote for Duterte.
Hindi tayo vote for Duterte. Hindi tayo nag-vote kay Duterte. Pero we're buying into the fact na kailangan ng pagbabago siya. Di ba tinanong tayo ni Mami?
Kasi masyado siya maganda magsalita. Hindi lang napaupo na siya.
Oh,
Sinabi ko lang naman yun para manalo. Pampano niya eh.
tama no? We really like.
Buhok lang.
Alam mo, di JXP siya papunta China. Tama mo.
Nung nakikita ko si Duterte, lalo ko nang naririnig yung mga voice lines sa China. Yung sa China. For the Republic of China. Ayos na ba?
Hindi lang wanas. Yung ano, nakalimutan ko na yung mga voice.
We defend China's airspace.
Nakalimutan ko na yung ano eh. Ang dapat dyan. Raptor here. Blue skies. Roger that. Roger Mako. Tano ko na yun. Gyrocopter. Tatanda mo ko. Wala na mga pre. Yung Dota 1, hindi na-update pa rin kahit yun. Kung ba ngayon lang natin system, sabi ko, ba't gano'n? Parang updated yung mga characters. Yung tama mo, Dota 1. Magsusok pa rin yung Dota 1 na si Dota Booster. Aside sa mata ng Dota 2. Wala akong maintindihan yung mga particles ng sakit sa mata. Saka yung map ang grid, malaki na maliit. Gets mo ba? Malaki na masikip. Yung ba yung tamang term? Malaki na masikip.
For me, malaki siya for some champions. For some heroes. Pero lang bawat. Storm Spirit.
Saka yung meta na yun.
Nang-assassinate yung galing base eh. Ganun yung meta nun eh.
Alam mo ba may item ngayon na sobrang OP? Galing siya base niya, di ba? Pupuntahan nga niya, papatayin nga niya, babalik siyang base. Parang siyang Fury yun.
Tapos yun, ang gamit ng ulti. Depende ng distance travel.
Pero natatawa pala ako. Ano yun? Yung mga players doon, di ba toxic sa Loilos, mga Loilos, mga toxic. Doon hindi, putang ina. Doon toxic na nga, tanga ba? Imagine mo, nasa kasi ako, syempre naglaro ako after several years, di ba? So nasa ako ngayon, nakalagay ako sa mga ilaw ng mga tanga. Mga placements. Tangina na nagyayabang ang puta. Tawa ako eh. Mga gamit, hard carry. Wala namang ma-carry.
Pero yung nakarasta ka, di ba?
Ano ba yun? Nakano ako, enigma ako. Yun na yung job niya.
Di ba yung gano'n ka doon, tapos nanonood ako sa'yo? Rasta. Napakabano nung early. Tapos ang pagdating ng medyo, nagugulo.
Nakakatakot. Pag na-shocklist ka, pero walang kwenta na yung serpent parts niya, no? Kung gano'n yung dati. Ang ina pag nahuli ka ng serpent parts, ayaya! Tandaan ko dati, yung mga kinakatakutan, Nevermore.
Sa world kasi ng Warcraft, yung voodoo sobrang lakas eh. Sa, kung ba't nilaro mo yung Warcraft, maraming mga units may voodoo.
Anong voodoo ba yung Hex?
Oo. Hindi naman marami, pero
Mga mostly mga nasa Orcus na board. So human head yung tawag niya, di ba? Si Jenna, si ano yata, Riley meron. May isang umig siya, anong naman head?
wala. Meron na silang capability na gawing creator yung unit. Tapos naglalakad-lakad.
Tapos si Arc Ward.
Mamaya bigla magiging mga sundahan.
Si Arc Ward din. Galing hero, naging patapon.
Ano siya important?
Ward din. Iba yung nabot niya si Illidan. Gamit mo siya. Tapos sa quest for
Portal?
Tapos nung napunta siya sa Hell, isa siyang minibus. Kasi di ba sinundan niya si Illidan from part ng Warcraft 2 yata eh?
Oo, na-obsess siya doon sa Demon Hunter. Ay, hindi na siya Demon Hunter kasi nag-evolve na si TV. Ano nga title niya? Terror Blade yata talaga title niya. Hindi ba?
Terror Blade yung pangalan niya siguro. Saan? Garo.
Demon Hunter...
Ang nakakatawa nga doon, sila Zeus, walang story yun eh. Mga dwarf yun eh. Jesus, dwarf yun eh.
Both na.
Dwarf na ginawang ulay
Ang may story doon siya. Justice will prevail. Kapapas. The Holy One comes upon me. What is this? Frost one hunger. Pero nagbago. Pero nagbago yung voice line. Ayoko nila.
Ang gago! Dapat pala naghanap tayo ng Soul Calibur.
Oo, dapat.
Diba?
Dapat talaga Soul Calibur.
Putang ina! Ay hindi, pangit kasi yung
Gusto ko 6. Nakita ko yung din siya.
No?
Yung Soul Calibur 6. Masaya naman.
Masaya siya, pero gusto mo talaga ito. Ang
Saan
core...
ba yung 5?
Ha?
Saan ba yung 5?
PS3, PS4.
Playable yun sa PS5 for sure.
Hindi, ang problema kasi sa may... Yung problema kasi yung characters, tangkinang yun. Si Pyra Omega. Ay, Pyra Omega ba yun? O si Alpha?
Oo, mga ganyan.
Anyway, di ba kilala mo si Sophia? Yung mukhang goddess. Nagkaanak yung dalawa. So, hindi na siya playable sa 6. Yung dalawang anak niya, si Pyra, di ko alam kung si...
niya.
Hindi, yung isa, moveset niya. Na, hindi ba? Konti. Yung isa, halo sa kanya kay Cassandra. Tapos meron silang Omega form saka Alpha form.
Ano yun?
Omega form nung yung nakorap yung isang si Pyra Omega yata yun. Basta yung isang anak niya nakorap ng Soul Edge, yung isa nakorap ng Soul Calibur. Kasi technically yung Soul Calibur, holy lang yung element pero hindi siya good. So, nakorap sila nun. Tapos, sila yung naglaban ng magkapatid sa dulo. Sabi ko, ay, sorry yun. Pero anyway, yun nga, isa dun sa dalawa. Yung playstyle, Setsuka. Sobrang OP, drawing stance. Di ba yung espada, ano siya, di ba? Sa PTS, sword at shield. Nakalagay sa naka-sheet dun sa shield, tapos nakaganyan. So yung style, parang, alam mo yung samurai dun sa 4, yung may payong, Setsuka yun eh, Setsuka yung pangalan. Ganyan yung playstyle, sobrang OP. Ang bilis masyado.
Meron naman, there's a way to be fair.
Meron naman. Pero I mean, in terms of character strength nga, di ba may tinatawag na tier list? Sobrang kupal nila sa tier list. Like, kunyari, maximum... Kailan ba si Sonic Fox? Sonic Fox?
Negro.
Baklang negro na furry. Pag siya gumamit nun, pag may dalawang Sonic Fox na naglaro, gamit any character, pag gamit nila si Pira, wala na. Parang ang corny niya. Corny niya kalaro. Pero maganda yun. Hindi kasi nasabing pangit yung game. Maganda yung game. Nalaro namin yun.
Nakita ko nga rin graphics. So, ayos din eh.
Ang corny lang ng pari doon, isang button. Ano yun? Yung pari, isang button. Tapos 3 seconds. Naka-auto pari ka, no?
Grabe naman yun.
Tandaan ko dati sa tools. Di ba nung nasa arcade? May nakalaban ng bat. Pitch perfect pari ko na, tapos tinatapong ko na siya. Di ba ganyan?
Sino kaya nilalaro ko doon? Yung vampire na
Nakapait. Hindi siya vampire nung nilaro mo.
Kailan lang siya naging ba?
Sa 4. Gagawa mo?
Sa next titles.
Nagkaanak kasi siya, well-adopted daughter, si Amy. Yun yung kinuha yung moveset niya, nilagay dun sa maliit na babae.
Yun yata yung nasa PSP.
PSP sa PS5 niya. Ay, PS3 yata. Si Amy. Tapos nakuha niya yung moveset ni Raphael. Tapos ang pangit ng moveset ni Raphael sa 4. Yung mga ganun.
Yung tatlong puro forward.
Nakaya na yun, kay Amy. Tak. Ang madaya doon, di ba
Ganda ng quality 1080p.
Oo. May nakalive ka?
Kasi yung
Friend ko.
yung PS4 720p lang siya. 720p 30 FPS. Yun na yung todo.
Diba meron si Amy move, ay si Raphael yung move na tatlo. Yung gano'n, yung 1, 2, 3. Kay Amy mas madaya. Diba? 1. Dadali mo ng konti.
Parry break ba doon? Parang hindi ko maalala kung meron.
Oo, meron. Yung guard crush. Diba kay Amy yung gano'n? Yung kay Raphael yung pak. Sa kanya meron siyang pak. Tapos yung pinakamatlo, bang. Guard crush. So kung nag-guard ka doon, matic break yung guardless.
Ano may iwasan yun?
Wala, kailangan mo yung sides. Di ba may sidestep? Forward lang, forward lunge.
Ayaw nga pala may sidestep sa Soul Calibur. Yun yung dahilan ko bakit ko gusto yun. Kasi yung sidestep na nagbibigay siya ng sobrang daming diversity. Tulad nung doon sa Grand Blue, di ba? Halimbawa, titirahin mo na ako ng unblockable, guard lang meron ako. So, options ko lang, it's either I guard that or I guard low. Wala akong evade. Maganda yung may evade lagi na option.
Saka, mabagal nga yun. Di ba? May cast.
Hilda's Mansion.
Ayun yung last pizza. Find yung gusto.
Mayroong mga
Chubas.
parang capsule na Grabe, ang ganda. Ang layo ko na sa TV, ang ganda pa rin, no? Yan ang quality.
What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead.
Celine and Endymion.
God, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art, or the insight we might gain.
Jeremiah lamenting the destruction of Jerusalem.
This is Rembrandt painting Jeremiah, a man in mourning.
Mourning what?
Wala, sinira nila si Vi.
The ancient city of Jerusalem. He foresaw its impending doom, but could do nothing to prevent it. So instead, he saved its treasures from destruction, just as I saved these works. You could say we're kindred spirits. A portrait of the painter, Rembrandt's son Titus, depicted in the habit of a monk.
I don't get it. Why would someone like you, with infinite resources, care about this painting of a boy in a hood?
It's not the image itself, but the feeling it conveys. The face is bright and defined, but his eyes are downcast, heavy with misfortune. And the background seems to swallow all light. The painting is infused with a sense of loss.
I guess I understand how the painter feels.
Rembrandt's The Night Watch, by far the most famous painting my homeland ever produced. It was commissioned to honor a militia made up of influential citizens.
I guess you must have been an influential citizen.
In my day. But not as influential as you've been in this new world.
Pang ina mo ah. Ribbon ka pala.
By
Parang
Willem
iyo.
Velde, famous of his many
Ducks.
maritime paintings.
A ship crossing into the unknown. I guess you're familiar with that.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition in particular. Though waves and wind threaten to destroy the ship, it perseveres, clinging to the light even as darkness closes in all around it. Stunning, isn't it? Paintings weren't the only masterpieces of my people's golden age. This is Van Vianen's leaded ewer, molded from a single sheet of silver.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form. Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Van Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
Memorial.
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow. Celine and Endymion. She's the goddess of the moon, whereas he's a simple shepherd. Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
She's sneaking up on him.
The dog
More
of
like
life.
visiting him in secret. The torch that Cupid bears represents Celine's undying infatuation with him. Though the two must remain apart, her love will forever burn.
Grabe, sobrang basura ng kinain natin. Sobrang sobrang unhealthy. We are fucked. Ang ganda ng yung bagong, yung latest na announcer ng league.
Sino?
Yung voiceover na yung Birugas lang ako.
Bilang ka. Okay. CP3. Oh, Summoner Gate.
Kesa yung,
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 minutes, 5 seconds before the enemy reaches the battlefield.
Anong 5 seconds? Wala kasi naman.
5 seconds yun.
5 seconds before the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deploy! 7!
Bakit magtatawagin ng sabit?
Ang sabit siya.
Retard!
Dapat gano'n.
Retard! You are legendary retard! You are retarded! First blood. Retarded. Anyone who plays Mobile Legends, retarded.
Ano yan? Dapat
Filipino streamer ng web.
Tama.
Ewan mo, Judger ako with Magic.
Kaya na naman yung gamit na soundboard. Ano? Tan 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 tan. Tan 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 tan. Gusto ko siya gamitin yan. Ito. Ang corny ng taste ng Pilipino, common Filipino.
Sinasakal niya yung pusa!
Can
Naglakaw.
you say that?
Ano?
Corny yung common taste ng Pilipino.
No. Judger ako eh.
Meron nga streamer eh. Nakikipag-collab siya sa ibang mga Mobile Legends sa Stream 5. One-lift streamers. Tulad ni Alodia, gano'n. Tapos yung tugtog niya yun, buong naka-play sa buong stream niya.
Yung.
Buong stream yun.
Boring.
Oo, tapos ano lang siya. Diamond, Jack. Diamond player ka sa Wild Game. You're a normie. Naiintindihan ko pa yung mga nasa silver. Yun talaga mga wala talaga alam yun. Pero yung mga nagpapahili na nasa diamond.
Mukha.
Sobrang tanga. Yung mga start ng game, diretso sa core, English. Ano yan? Pwede naman kailangan ng list eh. Kaya naman yung champion. Ang bobo ng dahil yan.
Nakakatawa yung ano eh. Panalo na kayo, natatalo pa kayo.
Tapos naka-wipe. Naka-wipe. Ayaw pa mag-baron. Hindi pre, level ano lang naman tayo. Hindi pa tayo. Tapos meron pa yung Jana or Lulu.
Yumo? Anong Yumo?
Lulu. Pag may Jana or Lulu kayo, baron mo yun. Pag nang-steam ka nga. Pag may Kaisang yung ABC, Master na Jungle, baron na agad. Kaya nang tarong-tarong yun.
Ano to?
Ang betlog ni JJ. Ipangko ka forward mo. TikTok ba yan?
Hindi. May TikTok ako sa phone, pero may ano sa Facebook.
YouTube siguro.
Natutuwa ako dun sa kanta kayo kasi napakaba ng kwenta mo.
Will you help me?
Sa body skin, parang pink-pink.
Sure. After one anal round. Hindi ba? Ayun, dumi na yung electric pan ko.
Hindi ka ba naglinis sa electric fan?
Matagal na.
Ano to, tite?
Ang tagal niya yung dumumi.
Ano to, tite?
Lolo mo, may titi.
Dratini.
Lolo mo ay mukhang titi. Lolo mo ay mukhang titi.
Done so soon?
I've got more important things to worry about.
We both do. There is much we are trying to save. Not the least of which is in that vault. There's nothing wrong with savoring such treasures for a moment more.
Alright, what do you have for me, Nugger?
There you
Ang
are.
nayak.
Feeling better? How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see.
All
Well,
business.
suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus. Knowing we would need it at some point.
Paano tatatay pag ganyan
You
yung damit
guys
mo?
didn't fool us. And as for
Tapos, tayo ka na, tapos hindi mo ma-deactivate yung shield ng armor.
overload at the sunset,
Pagkay.
accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
This was your house.
Putang ina ng mga Chinese.
The one newly created for Beta. And the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
Lo, paano nyo kaya na-set up yun?
After everything your people have
Tsaka paano
done,
kaya siya
you think
nagluto?
I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You showed off into space with them. You were with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply. Yes.
Kung yun na, pinupugay ng Spider-Man.
My old focus. You repaired it?
Oh,
But that means you've seen.
Incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life.
Ang corny. Ano, sino yun?
Baby LA.
1,000 years at my back and I haven't even come close.
Sino yun?
Yung
Father niya.
stepfather
I
niya.
invaded your privacy. But I had to.
Wait lang. Tama to.
In
Sige
order to
lang. Patungo.
understand.
Oh! Tangin na ang Pero ako gago.
You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity.
Ang daming mistake ng Yasuo, tapos sasabihin yung best Yasuo PH.
Watching you ashamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially
Ang bobo ng kalaban ko.
Please, sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
He's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Yeah. Regala and her rebels.
Even now, she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I'd want to help you. I mean it.
My old focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it, and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be blamed for it.
If you like.
So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
Well, start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't you?
Natawa ko nun ah.
You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First, from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Faro's machines were devouring the earth. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation to a berth on the Odyssey.
Oh.
I wanted us to be, but she had no good friends, as you well know.
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
I knew some of them were, certainly. It wasn't until we were off-planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultifying, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help, of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Far Zenith's original vision. A better future for humanity.
You said Beta's not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be. But her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
So this channel you shared with Beta, None of the other Zeniths ever found out about it.
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes. Though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
She felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. And you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation. A passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through his back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here, in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the afterglow of Apollo?
Ay, naku.
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spying.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
The ones working with Regala.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tenakth army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Regala's only interested in killing Hekarro and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zeniths?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hekarro.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tenakth are cut down on sight. So you knew Elizabeth. What was she like?
Liz was everything she was. I see in you. And me. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning. A touchy subject in those days. Because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. Not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't, but she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling. First of all, now Hekarro and the Tenakth. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe.
We are in
Cutscene.
an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
It's impossible to look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tanakh survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it. What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra protection for long. You should have killed me.
No. I'm coming for you. I promise. Okay? I just need you to hold out a while longer and work on the merge.
Then I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time.
Hold on. As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Simon's army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Without Regala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister. Will be Silent's only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override to put an end to Regala's rebellion. From the air.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tanakh. The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring Silence to the table.
Not if. When. Guess I'll have to do something.
Ang dami pang gagawin.
Ha?
Ang dami pang gagawin.
Yung baby creature.
Oo. Uy, ano, maglalaro?
Ano, di ba?
Oo, matagal pa to eh.
Ano naman?